Hey there guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of RoboFett. So today, I'm going to be talking about the fact that, a new Five Nights at Freddy's title, Five Nights at Freddy's World, was prematurely released and then pulled off of Steam, apparently because of poor reviews, and apparently the game was unfinished. Yep, once again, Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, probably one of the biggest indie games to ever blow up on the internet ever, decided it was a good idea to release the game early, yet again, just like he did with Five Nights at Freddy's 4. I think he might have done it with the third one too. I can't be 100% about that, but I'm just going off my memory. I think he did it with that one as well. Anyway, he pulled it off Steam. Apparently, he owned up to everything. He said, "Yeah, I, released it too early. I'm sorry about that, guys." He was asking Steam to go ahead and extend the time limit. Normally, it's like you buy a game on Steam and you can return it within 2 weeks. He's asking them to go ahead and extend that so that people can go ahead and return the game if they especially didn't like it because it was released way too early. He says he's going to work on it, polish it up, and he's going to re-release it and make it free. Alright, so first off, I just want to even talk about what this game is about. Apparently, it's if you haven't heard of this game yet and you were thinking it's another Five Nights at Freddy's where you are, gonna get jump scared and all that stuff, you're wrong. Just go ahead and look up the trailer and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's an RPG. It's so weird. It's so weird how these game developers do this, how they just go so far away from what their original product was. I've been seeing it happen little by little through the games, with them tweaking certain things here and certain things there and taking away things that actually worked and going towards other things. But I mean, at least they were the same game. I mean, this is just completely throwing me through a loop. The whole tagline for this is that they scared you and now they're cute. Now they're all a little cute and they're fighting things like other animatronic looking things and crustaceans. Yeah, little like crab creature. They're fighting little crab creatures. Ugh, what? I don't know. Where did they get that? Why are they fighting crab creatures? What is going on? And here's my take on it, okay? Scott Cawthon is a guy, he's an indie developer that's been making games for a while. And I remember the reason he made Five Nights at Freddy's was because people told him that his games looked so bad that the things in them looked like animatronics. So he decided, well, you know what? I'll make a game about animatronics, and that'll show you. And little did he know that it was going to blow up into the big Five Nights at Freddy's that it did. It blew up so fast that he wanted more. So he started making game after game in succession after succession. I'm telling you, like, he'd make one every 4 months. Like, that's... Five Nights at Freddy's 2 came out about, I think 5 or 6 months after the first one, and they just kept getting closer and closer. And then he did that thing where he rushes the release. I was really looking forward to playing the fourth one on Halloween with my friend, and it was going to be an anniversary almost because one of my first videos was playing Five Nights at Freddy's on Halloween. So I was really looking forward to that. And when he released it early, it kind of ruined that for me. And I don't know about everybody else, but the fourth game was kind of lackluster. I wasn't very impressed with it. It was better than the third one. The third one was god awful. I hated that one. But, I mean, the fourth one I could live with, but it wasn't great. Don't get me wrong, I liked certain ideas in it, especially the idea of being in your bedroom, and the animatronics coming after you there was terrifying to me. I feel like they missed a few steps. I also think one of the scariest things about Five Nights at Freddy's is using the camera system, which they completely took out of the fourth game. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. Basically, here's where I'm going with this. I think that originally he wanted to make RPGs and games like that. And he didn't mean for Five Nights at Freddy's to blow up like it did, but it did. It blew up in a big way. So he wants to turn that success into doing things that he wanted to do in the past, which was making an RPG. Which that's fine, Scott. You know what? You're a big name now. You can make an RPG without putting Freddy Fazbear's freaking face on everything you do. It's okay. It's okay, man. You don't gotta do that. And because you did that, I don't think it's gone over so well. And you know what? You can polish the game up all you want. I don't think that most people are going to want to play it. besides all the like the kids that range from like age 7 to freaking 13 who are obsessed with this game and they come up with all the stories and like side things like, oh, I heard Freddy Fazbear used to work at Starbucks, and all this weird stuff that people come up with. And that's another thing, people throw this guy a lot of credit, and I think that it was pretty genius what he did, but he really doesn't have to come up with anything. The fans make up all this own stuff on their own, and then I think Scott's like, that sounds cool, and he fills in the gaps. And I've had a lot of people tell me interpretive meanings and things that are in the games, and I'm like, look, just by playing it, just from outside eyes looking in, I didn't get that from the game. For the most part, the games don't really make that much sense to me, as a story anyway. I mean, yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but the end of the fourth one, that was pretty interesting, but I mean, for the most part, I feel like he releases a game, then he listens to what people are saying when they're all hyped up, and then he just goes with that and tries, I don't know. I honestly, I don't think that Scott has had to come up with one shred of story since he made the first game by himself. I don't think he's had to. And really, the only people I could think that would be interested in this game is, like I said, them, and then like people that are like obsessed with furries, you know what I mean? And they like love to like have like watch those weird animes about furry cartoons. And I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. But there's a community of people out there that just, they go crazy over it, and they wear foxtails and stuff like that, and they eat this stuff up. They love Five Nights at Freddy's, and they make a lot of like things on like DeviantArt and stuff, you know. So that crowd, I think, would be very interested in this game. But what I'm saying is, it's a very small demographic, and I think his name alone, you know, and maybe collabing with some other people that might have some good ideas, he could have made an RPG that stood alone by itself. But no, he has to shove Five Nights at Freddy's. He has to milk it for everything that it's worth, and now it's biting him back because he's doing it way too fast. He's spinning out of control. He's already sold the rights away to Universal to make a movie. I'm pretty sure it was Universal. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. He came out with 4 games in like the span of less than a year, which is unheard of. And he did that early release crap. I'm telling you, this guy, he just doesn't know what to do with the success that he's got, and it's just blown out of control. Now, I will give him this. He owned up to his mistake. Now, I don't know if that was just him being smart and knowing that if he didn't, he was going to get a lot of flack, so he wants to probably salvage what he can. But it's just not something you see a lot of these days. If a company's having problems or something, they don't own up to it. So I do think he's been very cool in the way he's acted about this. And I genuinely do love the first Five Nights at Freddy's. The second one was pretty good. I have a lot of great memories of playing that with friends. So I really do thank him for that. I think he's just got to slow down the pace and kind of figure out some things before he moves forward with anything else. Anyway, guys, I want to know what you think about this, so let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe. Like I always say, you don't have to, but if you did, it would really, really help me out. Guys, I'm really trying to stick to this schedule to upload every Wednesday, so please just keep a lookout for that. I'm also doing Shoutout Sundays, which will, of course, be every Sunday, so be sure to stay active on my channel and look out for that as well. And of course, until next time, keep those Punisher hats on, and I'll see you later.